I need to get to my Tentacruel somehow here. Please. Oh, let's go. We got out. Oh my gosh. Yo, watch this be like an overheat. That would make my life easy. Now we're just going to farm this all the way down. The problem is that that Swampert's going to struggle here too. Oh, they actually came in this. Oh, this is even better for me. I didn't even see what it was. It was a Dark Poison, though. Dark Poisons don't really beat Tentacruel. Yeah, I just need to save my shields, because they might have a Brutal Swing or Overheat ready. Can I get to this? Dude, imagine my timer comes up again. No, there's no shots! 2 times in 1 game. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a crunch, too. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. What are the odds? Oh man, I feel bad. That's just such unlucky timing. Hey everyone, I hope the GBL season is going well for you all. I decided to try a Tentacruel team in Ultra League recently. And Tentacruel is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon, especially in Ultra League, just given how bulky it is and how many neutral matchups it wins. Of course, in Open Ultra League, there's a lot of dragons and ghost types that resist the poison damage, but overall, I think it's still very strong, especially with Charizard being so prevalent in Ultra League these days. So the team I ran was a Tentacruel in the lead with Coballion and a Trevenant in the back. So a lot of play against backline steals as well, and overall, it's pretty solid. Of course, there's some tough matchups, but we'll dive into it and show you how to play around those. Before we get into the battles, a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you would also like to have early access to my strategies and lineups, or see behind the scenes footage of my battles, feel free to sign up in the Patreon link down below. In this first matchup here, we are facing a Galvantula, and so not a great situation because it has play into everything on my team, but luckily Galvantula is on the more frail side, so it is a little tricky still to play around, but we're going to bait here, and we do get a shield, which is very nice. And then I'm going to shield again. It's a little tricky for them to go lunge, so and they end up not, but they swap into Tapu Fini here, so this is actually not too bad for me because you can see switch timers are coming up soon, so I'm able to get so much farm on this Tapu Fini, which is going to be really solid for me, because I resist all the moves on this, so this is very, very nice. We're going to see how this plays out, but as you can see, going to take another Moonblast. The damage is definitely adding up a bit. I only have time realistically to get 1 move off here, so I'm just going to throw a Blizzard. It's going to hit a little bit harder. Of course, Scald could potentially debuff, but there's a chance it might not shield that. So it does, the Blizzard does get shielded, but I have a Stone Edge ready, so that's going to come in very handy for me. And then they have a wall right here too. Stone Edge is going to do a little more damage than Sacred Sword. And then now they're going to concede because I saw the Trevenant back. So no Trevenant even needed for that. A really tough lead there too. So just really showing the power of bulk on this team. All of the Pokemon are pretty bulky outside of Trevenant, but Trevenant just so strong, especially in his typing. So this is, speaking of Trevenant, this is kind of a tough matchup because Trevenant has a lot of play into everything on the team. So you do have to kind of bait your way around this. And I'm going to just double shield here. Unfortunately, it is going to be a C-bomb. But essentially, I just want to put this Trevenant really, really low so that I could potentially take it out with my own Trevenant. And it looks like, unfortunately, we don't get the move off, but we are able to Shadow Claw down. So that's very nice for me. And they have a Drapion in the back, or the better pronunciation is Drapion. But either way, we do have the Coballion for it, which walks it off. Unfortunately, we don't have switch advantage. However, if this Ampharos doesn't have Focus Blast or Zap Cannon, we definitely have some play. They build up a lot of energy, but looks like they just have Thunder Punch, probably Thunder Punch and Brutal Swing, which is good because now I have a chance to get some meaningful damage against this Drapion here. And we're going to throw a Sacred Sword here because we really want to put them quite low, and the Poison Stings are just not enough. Double resist Poison Stings are not enough to finish this off, so they have to throw a move. And at this point, because they have to throw a move, I just need to be able to tank a crunch. I was a little scared I was throwing here because I think C-Bomb might have been enough, but we just barely hang on here to get the Shadow Ball off. Again, coming really clutch there in the end. All right. for this Tapu Fini. A fantastic lead here. But Giratina is actually very strong into the whole line, so we definitely have to kind of get some shields here. So I am going to go straight for the Blizzard. If it does get shielded, at least we're up a shield, but it doesn't get shielded, which is perfect for me, because now I can just Shadow Claw down. The main reason is you don't really need Sludge Wave or Acid Spray for much in this meta. Acid Spray is a little baity, but I feel like it just doesn't pay off as much. Barely hang on again with the Trevenant, which means we get the C-Bomb off, and this is fantastic because now we'll be locked in Tapu Fini. Now, our switch numbers are misaligned by quite a bit, so I'm kind of stalling it out. I figured I'd be stuck in this matchup for a little bit of time, and we do come in with the Coballion here. We can take a Focus Blast, so I'd rather not shield Zap Cannon. That's exactly what they throw here, and no debuff too, so fantastic. This is a pretty meta team, which is why I'm featuring it, even though we kind of have the lead locked down, but something you might see quite a bit. Tapu Fini, Registeel, Giratina, all very, very strong Pokemon. I think I didn't get a Zap debuff again, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty good odds for me, all things considered, but still a very positive matchup, all things considered, and we do are able to get back over to this matchup, which is the one we want. Again, Moonblast is resisted. I'm just going to throw the Scald just to chip it away. I don't really want any extra time. This thing has to match up against my Coballion. And we now get a Scald off too, which is very nice. They're very debuffed at this point. We have back-to-back Sacred Swords, so we're just going to throw them and we should be fine. And yeah, my opponent just going to concede right there. All right, Coballion. This is a little bit tougher of a lead just because they are double resisting the poison jab damage. You are also resisting the double kick damage, but Coballion just kind of a bulky monster. I shielded there just because if I do get a debuff, then you know the subsequent Stone Edges won't hurt as much. Unfortunately, we don't get a debuff, so we're just going to spend only one shield here. The main thing is most Coballion leads have Trevenant checks in the back, so that's what I'm mostly scared of. And unfortunately, we are met with a Jellicent. So there is that. That's probably the soft check to the Trevenant. The real question is what's the hard check? At this point in time, we don't know yet, but yeah, let's see how this plays out. 3-turn, we just throw right when we have the move. They do shield though, so there's that. And I'm not going to shield because of the Surf. I do live it, and we do barely get off the Stone Edge, which is nice. They get some extra farm here though, which is not ideal. So I'm going to come in Trevenant here. Main reason being, well, obviously this is a better matchup, but in general, I'm not going to shield anything because I'm expecting them to have a Trevenant check in the back, which means I need to just keep the health and shield for my Tentacruel here. And they are, yeah, they get to another Stone Edge, which is not ideal. But we have a decent amount of energy. Let's see what they have in the back here. And they come in Jellicent. Okay, yeah. And as expected, unfortunately, it's a Pidgeot. And they don't even shield too. If we went Blizzard, maybe it would have been a different story. But a good no shield call from them. Like as I predicted, the Trevenant just had no play in the back. And unfortunately, this is just one of those games where you kind of get countered throughout. Maybe there's still a chance if I land the Blizzard, but that's kind of a 50-50 call. And my opponent made a good read there. But but the reason I played out Trevenant matchup was that same reasoning. So if you want to understand my mindset there, that's what I was thinking at the time. All right, Cresselia. This is an interesting one too, and they actually catch a move on their Wall Rain. So good catch by them. Typically speaking, I just stay in there. If they have Future Sight, it gets a little trickier, but again, you just want to stay in and save the Coballion for later. And my opponent does not get a move off there, which is quite nice. So catching the Scald actually kind of helped me in some regards there, but I wouldn't have shielded the Earthquake either way. However, this is pretty good for me because now I get some meaningful damage off this Cresselia too. My guess is they're kind of weak to Coballion on the back. So I might swap out here. I don't know. Let's see how I play this out. I can't remember. Yeah, I do swap out. I decided to save some of this energy, and I do catch a move here too. I catch a Moonblast, which is really nice. But again, I'm trying to draw out whatever their Trevenant check is, because my guess is they have a Trevenant check in the back. Okay, so we still end up getting hit by... Okay, yeah, so it's not really a true Trevenant check, but either way, Coballion with 2-to-1 shield advantage is going to do quite a bit of work into this Piloswine. We're just going to shield here because I know they don't get to another Avalanche very quickly. I just want to get shields down so I can go straight for the Seed Bomb. They're still locked in, so no problem. Oh, actually, no. It looks like not even needed Coballion just putting in so much work here, and then able to finish off. No Trevenant needed. Again, this team is super bulky and has a great coverage into the meta, in my opinion. Again, this is not a great matchup for Tentacruel, but the bulk alone just helps so much, right? You could tank a Bulldoze. Your Skull does so much damage, potentially even gets the debuff. I feel like I haven't got a single debuff in any of these matches so far that I'm showcasing, but even then, still really, really strong. So as you can see here, Skull just putting in work, forcing a shield here. And then now I'm going to swap over, and they actually bring in the Pidgeot, which is interesting. This is really good for me because I don't have to see the Pidgeot later down the road. I'm no shield. Most of these are Feather Dances, and as expected, this one is. And then we go for another Stone Edge. The main thing is I just want to put this in farm down range at this point. I'm okay if they hit me with a Brave Bird. Actually, no, I guess I do shield. Okay, maybe I'm going to pivot out later. I'm not really sure. I have something in mind here. My future self does not remember, though. But here we go. We do throw the Sacred Sword, and then I doubt they come in. Yeah, okay, so they don't come in with the Sandslash. This is, again, a little bit tough. Like I said, this team is kind of weak to Ghost types, especially the Trevenant here. And we do finally get a debuff, which is nice. I do like that. But we have a move on the Coballion. I come in with my Trevenant. I guess because they're debuffed. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I guess that's the play. Okay, so anyway, we do absorb all this energy. And then I think I just commit to potentially double kicking down. They get to another move. If this is Ice Punch, I'm fine. And fortunately, it is. And we still have to move ready for the Trevenant. No problem. Able to play it around it still. The debuff definitely came in handy there for sure. All right. This is a team that if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know it's actually my old team that used in Ultra League. It's Tapu Fini with Shadow Drapion and a Steelix in the back. Definitely a really strong one. But yeah, I end up debuffing here, and then yeah, I think my play here is I don't really need switch advantage too much here, so I'm just going to yeah, do what I can here. I think I miscounted. I thought this was an Aqua Tail. What I really should do is try to maintain switch advantage. Again, I didn't know it was a Steelix in the back, to be fair. But I knew that I have at least the Trevenant check in the back. Definitely a slight misplay because I was hoping to save the Trevenant for the Tapu Fini instead of get this alignment. My apologies if it's loud outside. There's sirens outside. But that being said, we still have an okay matchup here. Obviously, the shadow damage is going to add up. But I'm just going to shield through everything here and see what we can do. Yeah, you can see I'm just trying to optimize the best I can. If they shield this, I get another C-Bomb off. And they do shield, so fantastic. Slight misplay made by them. Maybe they lost track of counts. But this allows me to get to a C-Bomb here. So even with me throwing there a little bit, giving them switch advantage, we are able to still make a comeback here, which is quite nice. I would recommend that anyone using that line that I was running. I personally like the non-Shadow Steelix. It just, the bulk plays a little better. Alright, this is a team I saw quite a few times, and show you how to play and how not to play it. And what you should not do is shield this first move. I found that every single Jellicent in that situation will shield that first move. And then you can see I actually built a Shadow Ball, and they shield there too. So maybe I should have been baiting back as well. But now, unfortunately, we're forced to spend both shields, which is not ideal. We do have alignments, but just wait till you see what's in the back. I saw this team multiple times, and we do get a Shadow Ball off here, which is nice. We have alignments, but there is definitely a core breaker in the back here. And so you can see, I'm trying to draw it out. Unfortunately, it is a Swampert here. So this is a little tough because the Earthquake's going to do a lot of damage. The main reason why I swapped here is because I knew my Coballion has a decent amount of play into Ninetales as well. But yeah, this is unfortunately a little tough here. We do get to the C-Bomb, which is nice, but they shield, and then this is where it gets troublesome because they're going to get to Earthquake against my Coballion. Shields down. Unfortunately, that Jellicent matchup was just a little rough. They do swap over here, trying to potentially catch a move. But maybe I should overfarm more. Yeah, I should have overfarmed a little bit more. I'm not sure why I didn't leave with Sacred Sword. Yeah, I don't know. I could have easily won that, I think. I don't think they had the Earthquake yet. I think Hydro Cannon was still taking me out. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that team, and hopefully it goes well for you all, especially during Go Battle Day, which is happening for most places in the world right now. Maybe for some people like me on the West Coast, it's happening tomorrow, but I personally will be going live as well on YouTube on this channel during Go Battle Day. I do have a sunrise. I forgot what the meta is called, but anyway, whatever the Great League meta is, the sun one. I do have a team for that I'm currently undefeated in, so hopefully to continue that streak as long as possible during Go Battle Day tomorrow. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like and share, subscribe for future content, hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post a new video, and I'll catch y'all next time, and maybe on the live stream. Bye.